Hello, good evening. How y'all doing today? This is the Christmas special, and I just want to say I have a special guest here, my lovely grandma, first lady of the church too. And I just want to say I'm glad to have you here. How you feel?
I'm glad to be here. I really enjoy Jordan's podcast, and I was willing to be on his show tonight.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's nice. Just want to do a big shout out. Her birthday's coming up, so if you're seeing this, just give her a big shout out. We love her, and we all know she's getting older, but she's getting wiser at the same time. I have a saying: keep a stick on the ice and everything, and all that stuff. And it's like when you keep a stick on the ice, you still can float after you lose your balance. So how do you feel today? Like, how was your day going today?
Well, we had a great day today. It was Christmas, and it was the Sabbath. We had Jordan who passed out of his lessons in church today. We had Christmas gifts that he gave to everyone. Everybody was very excited. We had my anniversary. We had him down here for 2 weeks, and he had a great time. I hope he really enjoyed us. And like I said, my doors are always open. All my grandchildren, my children can come down anytime they want.
That's right. That's great. I really was happy about that and everything. Being down here and just being myself. Like I've been wiser every single time. I know my family missed me and everything. And I had great laughs with my grandparents. Like you can ask them like I just learned a lot of more stuff than like an average person did and I know that they're blessed to have me down here. But like let's get to the questions. Like
Okay.
let's just get to like the conversation.
Okay.
All right. So if I was in your shoes, and I always ask you this question, will you think I'll be a bad kid or a good kid?
Well, if you were in my shoes, I think I was a pretty good kid. If you're, I don't think I did too much wrong because our parents didn't deal with stuff like that. You did what they said, and that was it. So I think you'll be able to make it as if you were in my shoes.
I feel like it. Like I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm a bad kid. I know I'm quiet and everything, but I think I got in trouble like maybe coming home with wrong curfews or something or anything. But how do you feel like if I was your brother or if I was your brother or your sister, how you feel as me now as when you feel growing up in my age?
Well, in our family, I was the oldest, so I was responsible for my brothers and sisters. And if they got in trouble, I got in trouble. So I tried my best to make them not get in trouble because we all got punished for things that they did. There was no if, ands, or buts. You did what was said of you, and that was it.
All right. That's nice. That's a nice answer. Let me give you one of these questions. What was the baddest thing you did and you regretted doing?
Uh, I think when we walked up to the mountains and I thought I had lost my brother, almost falling off the mountain, the Garrett Mountains in Patterson, New Jersey. We lived on Route 20 and we walked from Route 20 to Garrett Mountain and we were supposed to be in the backyard. My parents never knew that we did walk to Garrett Mountain, which was a couple miles, many miles away from the house. But we did get back safe and sound before they found out that we were gone.
So you're telling me like that had a whole Lion King type of
Oh,
type of like situation, like Mufasa killing his whole brother.
we didn't kill nobody.
What he was hanging off the cliff,
He
right?
almost fell off the cliff.
Wait, well, what made you? What made? I'm sorry for asking. What made you like? You watched Lion King before, right?
Sure,
So like,
this was before Lion King. This was
right?
way before Lion King.
Lion King was going.
How do you see Lion King in that like situation now? Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, we were told to stay in the yard, right?
Yeah.
We didn't stay in the yard. We were going on an adventure. My father wasn't a fisherman, so we figured we would go fishing. Not that we had fishing poles. We just wanted to go to the mountain. We had been to the mountain before, so we thought it was a, easy trip. And like I said, it was a long way from the house. If you know where Route 20 is in Patterson, where the Coca-Cola plant used to be, we lived over there. And we walked from there to Garrett Mountain, which wasn't an easy trek.
That's that's awesome. Like I would went on the adventure. I know I got in trouble, but it was worth it going on the mountain and looking at the sky.
Yeah, we got back.
Yeah, that was good. So like, if you had like any advice for like how you are now, you have your own kids, what you have for the generation for the people that's like out there saying how can I get my kids at the like type of way you got your kids?
Well, right now the children are not being raised the way we were raised, so it's kind of hard. If you don't have to be a strict parent, but you have to understand your children. You have to listen to them. They have to listen to you. You have to sometimes you have to compromise, and maybe you can make it, but it's not the same as when I was growing up. I'm 65 years old, and the kids nowadays, some of them don't have any respect for old people, so they don't care what you say. They have their mind, their own opinion.
She's speaking facts. I'm telling you now. Now I'm trying to be like a strict parent when I grow up. I just like you have to like I say I've been through a lot of stuff and I know my grandma been through a lot of stuff. 65 is a wise age for anybody. The older you get, the wiser you get. How wise you think you are?
Always learning. You always learn something. They say you learn something new every day. Never going to learn it all. I think I'm not there yet, but I'm working on it.
Yes. I don't know. That was a good question. But like besides the fact, let's get to like funny jokes. Like if you wasn't the first oldest, who you pick as the first oldest in your family?
Oh, my baby sister.
Why? Why?
Cause she's uh, she's more like a down to earth person who she'll tell you the facts, and she likes to research like Jordan does. She researches stuff, and she keeps us abreast and keeps us on the right track.
Right. If I maybe had to pick somebody for first, I think I make Joshua first.
Oh, okay.
First, I think I make Joshua first because like that's my little brother, and he's like Aunt Ann,
Right.
my aunt, down to earth,
Right.
funny, and he's like he always got a game plan. Like if you was growing up with one person, like one of your family members, who you like to stay with? If it wasn't like your brother and sister, who was your best cousin?
Oh, my best cousin. That's strange. Well, I'm trying to think. Who was my best cousin? Oh, my cousin Ida, which was my second cousin, which is my mother's first cousin, because we always cracked jokes and we had fun together.
Oh, that's good. I heard when I was down here, y'all went to the club a lot. So, I mean, you still bust a move?
Bones getting a little stiff right now. Don't bust a move as often as I should, but
I look, I can bust a move. I just want to say, when I was growing up, I was busting the move. Like I'm old now, 18.
oh please.
And when my grandma said bone juice get stiff, I'd be like my back, and you be sitting there.
Yeah, yeah.
But what's one of the things when you was growing up was on your mind mostly all the time you were thinking?
Growing up and getting out the house, being grown. Now I wish I was back at my house, didn't have to pay no bills, didn't have to worry about nothing. But you have to grow old.
That's a fact. I always like you're a thinker. You're a thinker just like me. What's like when you be sitting there, you thinking, it's like, what would you like to change if you had to go back?
Oh, well, I don't know. I think I would want to be rich.
Hmm.
But then there's responsibilities with being rich too.
Yeah.
I would like to have everything have everything so that my kids wouldn't have to need for anything. We plan on being millionaires so that we could buy a house and we have a mansion where everybody can move in, and we have our own little community with all our people in it, so we can be safe together.
I understand what you're saying, but I really say that like what I say in my opinion, being a millionaire is like being the person with most of the knowledge. If you have knowledge, you're a millionaire. Right?
Absolutely.
It's not about all the cash. I know people come around and be like, we have to chase after the cash, but chase after like the memories and chase after the wise people. Like make yourself wiser than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And me as an 18-year-old, I'm wiser than a 15-year-old, like a 50-year-old. I'm about to say 15. But it's just like learn from your elders. Don't be mad about like oh they're old and they don't know anything. They've been through everything we've been through. They're just living their life. And remember, at the end of life is a new beginning or something new.
Trust the life. Try to live your best life.
Exactly. Try to live your best life. Just I'm praying for the new generation. People be safe with COVID. And Merry Christmas. And this is my podcast. You want to say goodbye?
Goodbye. Have a good evening. Stay safe.
Love you all.
Love you.
Leave your stick on the ice and have a great night.